Hi everyone, welcome to Finding Serenity in Stitches. I'm coming to you from the Portland, Oregon area. I hope everyone's doing well and getting ready for the fall season. Today I'm going to give you an update on some projects I'm working on, and I'm still trying to figure out a couple things for my fall knitting. A lot of planning going into some of these projects because I know they're going to take a substantial amount of time. I want to make sure I'm all in and it's exactly what I'm looking for. So the first thing is the Baltian sweater by Caitlin Hunter. And I'll put a picture up in the video for you to remind you of what I'm working on. I have recently started using a yarn called Bookshop, and that's from a hand dyer, indie dyer on Etsy. And here is the color there. And the contrast color is going to be this dark gray. I did notice in the last video, it doesn't come out as dark as it really is on film. But so it's a little darker to match the darker colors, the dark gray found in this color here. So anyway, it's going well. I didn't get a lot done. I kind of got stumped. Doing color work is new for me. And, you know, with 2 strands of yarn, I did teach myself how to do, excuse me, how to do continental knitting. So I'm able to hold one strand with one hand and another strand with the other strand with the other hand. So I can switch, you know, back and forth depending on what color I need to be knitting. But as far as the counts, and here's, for example, the first square in the color work chart is increase 1, make 1, I think it's make 1 right. And it's also marked to be the color, the main color. So do I make 1 right and knit 1 and that counts as the box, or just the make 1 right counts as the box and then I knit the next 2 or 3 stitches, you know, before I change colors? I'm figuring that out. I thought I had it down. I did half a row in the color work and then I counted and it's like, wait a minute, I think I missed something. So I'm sure I'll get it. It's just, you know, getting used to working with charts. And I don't know if different designers write their charts. They probably do. Everybody has their style of knitting. I'm assuming people would have their style of, you know, how they make their charts and write their patterns. So color work is new to me and I'm not giving up. I really am looking forward to having this sweater. So I'm going to stick with it and I'm learning a lot as usual. One thing that I found and I've been wanting to try is the app called Knit Companion. Very Pink Knits has a YouTube channel and she has some great videos on introduction to using Knit Companion. And it's very limited what you can use in the app without purchasing, but it's also some really excellent tools. You can upload your pattern to Knit Companion. Oh, it looks like the guy next door is getting his lawn done. I have a feeling we're going to get lots of noise here coming. We'll see. If so, I can take a little break. Anyway, so Knit Companion, you upload your pattern and then you can bring up each page and it has a yellow line going horizontally and a blue line going vertically, and that's how you can keep track of what row you're on. And also has some counters that you can mark. It has several counters that you can use. For example, working on this Baltian, I was using one counter for how many repeats I had done to make sure I did the 4 repeats, you know, on for the front and the 4 repeats for the back. And also another counter just in general, what round I'm on. So that's really helpful. So I'd encourage you to take a look at that. Maybe in my next YouTube video, I can pull it up online and have you guys take a look. But you can check out Very Pink Knits. I saw that Knitty Natty, Love in Stitches, she has a intro to using Knit Companion. So check it out. I think it's going to be a great time saver for me, an excellent way to keep track of the pattern, especially because I really want to, you know, start doing more color work. And yeah, it's just a great tool to help me stay on track. And by uploading it and being able to look at it, I just have an iPhone. I don't have, and then my laptop is Android. I think that's what you call it. Whatever, it's not an iPhone, it's that. It's the other thing. So I'll have to look and see if I can pull up Knit Companion on my laptop and use it that way. Last couple days when I tried it out, I've been using it on my phone, and it still actually works really well. It's really helpful, even if it's just on my phone, because of the highlighters that on the page that I can see exactly where I'm at and where I've left off. So yeah, so that's the Baltian sweater that I'm working on, and I'll set this over here in a bag for now. The next thing is my Ranunculus. I'm coming along. I was really hoping I'd be done for this episode so I could wear it, but I'm not, and that's okay. It's coming along great. I worked on the left sleeve, and I'm not done. This is a knitting pattern. I knit it for a size 44, even though I'm a 42, because I wanted to make sure it had plenty of ease, and it sure does. I could have easily done a 42. Anyway, so I've started the sleeves, and I did the short rows on the sleeves, and then I realized for size 44, you were supposed to skip the short rows. So maybe it's written to have more of the balloon sleeves, because I noticed some of the Ranunculus samples that are shown in the pattern and like in Ravelry, some have a real big balloon sleeve, long sleeve. There's another one that has a thinner sleeve that's more fitted, and that's kind of the one I'm going for. So I'm gonna finish the sleeve and keep the short row shaping and see how it comes out. I think it's going to be exactly what I'm looking for. And I decided to do maybe like 3/4 sleeve. So yeah. And yeah, I'm already thinking about what I want to do if I knit it again in the future, because it is a fairly quick knit. I think for me it's taken a little longer because I wanted more length. I don't really wear cropped tops or sweaters. So anyway, yeah, it's going really well. I'm real excited, and I have a feeling I'll be wearing it next week for my next episode, but we'll see. I try to give myself lots of grace and flexibility when it comes to my knitting and crocheting, because I want it to continue to be fun and not feel like a chore. I want it to be relaxing and not, oh my gosh, I gotta get this done, I'm on a deadline. Yeah. So next is the boho stripe blanket. So last week I had asked you all what blanket you thought would look good, and I actually have the colors here. I have this yarn, Color Made Easy, and it is discontinued. It's Lion brand, but I showed you all last week. I have a black and a gray and mustard yellow, avocado green, pomegranate red, and a white that's called Birch. And I'll just remind you of the colors there. Aren't they gorgeous? So I decided to make the boho stripes blanket. And where is here we go. Let me grab this just a second here. I've started the edging yesterday. I had done a couple of swatches because I wanted to figure out, oh boy, you can really hear it now. Okay, let's take a break. Okay, I'm back. I had to take a break. The lawn care guys were taking care of business outside, and it got pretty noisy. So, where was I? talked about the Baltian, talked about my Ranunculus. Oh, Boho Stripes blanket. Okay. So the Boho Stripes blanket that I shared with you all last week, it was one of the blankets I was considering crocheting for my daughter for Christmas. And I'll put a picture of it here so you can be reminded. That's the one I selected to make. And I played around with some swatches. I made some swatches, like here's one of them. I was deciding what color I wanted to be the trim, the edging, the border. What color I wanted to be the border. And yellow, nah, it's just not working. I tried gray and I pulled some out. So I decided black is going to be a good border and will really pop against all the different colored stripes. So I've gotten the first border started, and it's going well. I just have a long ways to go. Here's a picture of the color pattern that I'm going to be using, the colored stripes. I took a picture and put it in my Ravelry so I could remember, okay, what was it that I decided on? What color comes next? And in my swatches, I made the rows, 2 rows, and then switch colors, 2 rows, switch colors. I'm kind of rethinking maybe I should do 4 rows and then switch colors, because there's all of these threads that will be hanging on. And I just wanted to do one thin border down each edge in black. I think either way it's going to work out, because I can weave in the ends as I'm crocheting the blanket. I'll do that as much as possible. Yeah, I think I will stick with the 2 rows and then switch colors to get the look that I'm going for, with the black border, not the yellow. So that's where I'm at with that. And I'm going to set that aside over here. Next is Granny Square festival top. So I made my daughter a Granny Square festival top, and I'll put a picture here. She loved it. I was going to add fringe going down to her waist, and she preferred not to have the fringe, so I didn't add that in. But I did get quite a few comments about it, and where can I get one? And I started thinking maybe this is something I could make and then put it on Etsy to sell. I could make small, medium, large, and a variety of colors. I do have a lot of cotton yarn. This is all my cotton yarn here. And I did put an order in with Webs, the yarn store online. Cloudborn Pima cotton, it's a DK weight, is on clearance, and then they had an extra 15% off the other day. And so I took advantage of that and purchased a few different colors. So I think I'm going to try that. I thought if I kind of work on the Granny Square tops in between projects, and that can be my, traveling projects or whatever, maybe I could get quite a few done for next summer, and then I could start an Etsy shop. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Let's see. For my fall plans, I have talked about doing the Andrea Mowry Brioche-alicious, and I still have that. I have the yarn picked out, and I'm planning on going forward with that. I did try starting it a couple times and practicing the brioche, and for some reason it's just not clicking in my mind. And I know one day I'm going to pick up the yarn and start it, and it's just going to all click, and I'll be off to the races. But until then, I'm just kind of letting it sit and letting it simmer, simmer a little bit while I practice a little bit more, and I'm ready to jump right into it. So yeah, my plan for fall is I really wanted to knit a cardigan, a shawl, and then socks for Christmas presents. And so that's kind of what I have planned for. And the shawl, if I don't end up doing the Brioche-alicious, which I really want to, because I really want to learn brioche, and and then I'll, you know, be able to, it just opens up a little more patterns, you know, that I can knit with confidence. So so yeah, that's the plans right now, is to keep that brioche-alicious on the table. I just got to learn how to brioche. The cardigan, I really wanted a grandpa cardigan, just something oversized, chunky that, you know, I could just throw on over jeans and a t-shirt, and it would look really cool, you know, effortlessly chic, I guess, you know, but something real cozy. And I was playing around. I do have a nice variety of Cloudborn Merino, a superwash Merino worsted twist. And Cloudborn is such an affordable option to introduce yourself to some nicer yarns, Merino yarn. They check out the webs.com. I think it's yarn.com, the Webs online yarn store. I'll put a link in the description, but they have some great sales, and this Cloudborn yarn is on closeout, so there's limited colors, but it's a great opportunity for you to stock up or just, you know, try some Merino yarn that you may not have tried, you know, otherwise. So the colors I have a couple. These are DK, or excuse me, worsted weight, and I have oatmeal. This is their moss green, and I thought about combining these two to make a super bulky marled cardigan, but I only have 2 skeins of the oatmeal. I do have a fingering weight in a oatmeal type color, and so I was playing around with that with the green yesterday, and it just wasn't clicking. So I'm still kind of playing around with that. Today I was going through my emails, and Andrea Mowry had sent a reminder that today is the last day, and it's Friday. So if you're watching this Saturday, it's Friday is the last day for 20% discount for subscribers for her Douglas, what is she called it? Douglas cardigan, and it's a grandpa sweater. Her dad is Grandpa Doug, and so she called it the Douglas cardigan. And I'll put a picture of it here. I did print out the pattern, and it's a variety of colors, which is great because I have a variety of colors in my stash. It's a DK weight pattern, but I'm sure I could do it in worsted. I did look at the projects, and there are several that have been made worsted. And so I have this moss, I've got the oatmeal. Here is a mustard yellow. What is it? What do they call mustard yellow here? Maize heather. Okay, so we got the maize heather. And then I have, this is slate heather, this dark gray. So I thought these would be some great colors. I do have, I think these are all the colors that I have several skeins. I have a blue, but I think I only have 1 skein, and I didn't think about ordering another one because I just looked at the sweater yesterday to make it. But yeah, so that's, oh, here's another color that I have, and I caked this up. This is called Autumn Heather. So this is the Superwash Merino worsted by Cloudborn. So here's all the colors that I'm looking at bringing into this sweater. I think it would look really nice. The main color might be the dark gray or the green because that's what I have most of. So we'll see. We'll see. It's in the works. It would be an excellent grandpa sweater, something that's nice and roomy, and just throw it on and go. I also have the option of using the Lion Brand jeans yarn. Here is some Lion Brand jeans yarn that I have in my stash, and I thought those are very nice colors as well to make a grandpa sweater if I go with the striped one. And show you these colors here. Let's get the glasses. This burgundy they call corduroy. Isn't that beautiful? It's really soft yarn too, so I think it would make an excellent cardigan. So that's corduroy. They call this green. They call this gray green Vintage, and that's a beautiful color as well. I have this tan that they call khaki, and I have this rust color they call Top Stitch. So here are the 4 colors that I do have in this particular yarn. I'll have to look and see if I do the Andrea Mowry Grandpa Sweater, which I'm kind of leaning towards. I'll have to see how many colors that it requires and if this would be enough. I'm sure I could adjust the stripes and, you know, just rotate the colors through. But yeah, I really like that as an option as well. So we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. Also along the lines of the Grandpa Sweater, Hohi Locatelli, who's having a fall knit along. She does that every year, I believe. And right now her patterns are 20% off until September 17th or 19th or something like that, in preparation for the knit along. So this is knitting we're talking about now. And she has a super bulky grandpa sweater, and I've been looking at that, and I thought maybe that would be a good option. I could put a couple of worsted strands together and make it a marled grandpa sweater or some DK and worsted. I have to play around with it. I also have this, which is also Cloudborn Wool Bulky Naturals Kettle Dyed. And this is in Night Skies, which is a really pretty blue. You can see the different tones of kind of a blue-gray. And I have about 5 skeins of this, and so I believe that would be enough to make her super bulky grandpa sweater. Although this is bulky, it's not super bulky. But again, I looked at the projects that were already made, and there were some that were done in bulky yarn. Or I could pair this with a DK weight. And I do have some blue. Maybe I'd do a cream and it'd be marled. These are all the things that are swirling around in my head, thinking about what I want to knit for fall. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on as far as plans. So this Wool Bulky Naturals, I did start using this yarn to make a short sleeve cardigan, and it was a crocheted, and there you can see how nice the stitch definition is and how pretty this color is. I really like it. It's kind of a gray blue, and it's kind of tonal. So yeah, so that's, I ended up not going forward with this pattern because it was a one size, but it fit a wide range, and the more I was crocheting it, I kept thinking, I don't know if this is going to be big enough, the way that it's, you know, the way that it was created. So anyway, that's all swirling around in my head as I decide what I want to knit for fall as far as the cardigan. And socks, I'm looking at different sock patterns. There's so many free ones, but I do see some paid ones that that I really like. Twin Stitches Designs. She has a YouTube channel, and I'll put a link, and she has paid patterns in Ravelry, and I haven't knit any of her patterns, so I was thinking about maybe knitting a pair of her socks. I like to see when I'm trying a new designer, see if they have a free pattern that if I have the yarn to make it, it's something I want to make, so that I can kind of see what their style is as far as designing and etc. So, but you know, there's always ways to change a pattern to fit, you know, whatever it is you're looking for. So yeah, that's everything I'm working on. I don't have any finished objects. Okay, so I have some announcements. I'm always running into CALs, knit-alongs, crochet-alongs, or giveaways, and I'm thinking, oh, my viewers might like to know that. So I thought at the end of my videos, I would just do announcements on what's going on in our community. And some knit-alongs and crochet-alongs. One crochet-along I was thinking about doing is with Ophelia Talks, and she created an Afghan. It's a striped Afghan, and she is starting hers on September 24th, and it'll run for 6 weeks. She selected special DK yarn in a variety of colors, and it's real nice looking, and so I'd encourage you to check it out. I'll put a link to all of this information in the description. There's also a knit along that Locatelli is doing, and she does a fall cal every year for knitting. And for hers, signups are by September 18th, and the cal starts on September 20th. And all of her patterns are 20% off. I don't know if they're 20% off through the 18th or the 20th, probably the 18th. But anyway, so that's something to think about. A giveaway that I saw that I thought you guys would enjoy, Very Pink Knits is giving away, and if you're a knitter, great. If you want to learn to knit, wouldn't it be fun to win a knitting needle set? So Very Pink Knits is giving away Knitter's Pride Mindful Collection knitting needle sets. I think she's giving away one set, actually. So there's that. What else do I have? Knitting Turnpike, Gina, she took a few weeks off and came back with a bang. She's been doing live podcasts, and I think she might be doing them weekly. Anyway, she's got a new haircut and lots of great energy, and it's really fun to watch people, take their channel to the next level and, see how they're spreading their wings and growing their channel. It's pretty fun. So check out Gina at Knitting Turnpike. She's cleaning out her closet, and it sounds like she'll be cleaning out her closet for a while. So she has giveaways where she gives out a variety of yarns, some really nice yarns there. As far as giveaway here, I wanted to share with you guys my last giveaway. I gave 10 skeins of Hobium Amigo yarn, previously Tivoli, and the person that won, Saf, asked that I send the yarn to a friend of hers. So I labeled it, sent it off a few days later, and a few days go by, and one of my viewers said, Judy, mentioned you, so I came to check you out. And so I clicked to see who Judy was, and Judy was the person who received the yarn that I sent. So it was really fun for me and my husband to watch the video of Judy. Her channel is Crochet Every Day with Judy. She seems like a real sweetheart too. But it was a lot of fun watching her open up this surprise package from Saf that I sent. And so she was real appreciative, and I asked if I could share this with you guys, because that was kind of special, being able to actually see who the yarn went to and watch them open it up and, enjoy your gifts. So anyway, all that said, I want to do another giveaway, and I selected a couple of yarns in the Hobium haul that I shared with you all a few weeks ago. I have this Merino Gold, and it's Madame Tricot Paris Merino Gold, and I have it in a gray and this beautiful purpley blue color. And let's get the specifics here. So Merino Gold is 49% wool, 51% acrylic, 100-gram skein, and it's 437 yards, so that's fingering weight. And the color is a number. There's number 9 for the gray, and number 10, I believe. 10? Maybe. Kind of hard to read. 10 or 11 for this navy. Anyway, I'd like to give it to one of my subscribers. So if you could please like and subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Let me know where you're from. I would love to know where my viewers are located at. It's always fun to see different places where everybody's coming from. So yeah, leave a comment, and I will do the drawing next Friday. So I think that both of these skeins of yarn would make lovely mittens, a small scarf, or slippers, socks, lots of different things you can do with 200 grams of yarn. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will hopefully see you next week. Take care.